Hi everyone, thanks so much for watching. In today's video, I am going to go over my nighttime skincare routine. So I've done a couple of these videos over the years, and to be honest, I'm not sure much has changed. This is a routine that I have been doing for, I want to say 7-8 years, somewhere in there. I don't remember exactly when I started, but for sure when I hit 40, I started to see the signs of aging, and so I really focused on it. Prior to that, unfortunately, not so much. I did also, I want to say maybe about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, I filmed an updated morning skincare routine. So I'll link any videos that I think may be of interest. I'll put them up above and down below as well. And I will list and link all these products in case you're curious. But before we get into what I use, a little bit about my skin. So I'm 48 years old. I have mature skin. I have wrinkles. I have sagginess, crepiness. I have all the things that come with 48-year-old skin. I'm pretty lucky, and I've never been a sun worshiper. I've always really, I don't want to say avoided the sun, but I just never enjoyed sitting in the sun, laying out in the sun. I just didn't enjoy it. And so I never really did it. And so even before, because I of course haven't always worn sunscreen, you know, I'm a child of the 70s, and I don't remember my parents ever putting sunscreen on me, like ever as a child. Certainly as a teenager, I didn't do it. And I don't think I did it in my 20s, and probably not even in my 30s, although I don't remember for sure. In my 40s though, I really focused on skincare and daily sunscreen. If you do anything for your skin, I know everybody preaches it, but daily sunscreen, you guys, start there. That's the most important thing, daily sunscreen. So anyway, so I have 48-year-old skin. I've got all the things that come with that. This last year, I've been going through some perimenopause things, and I've seen some pretty drastic changes in that year in my skin. I had my hormones just kind of completely shut down, and I noticed it in my skin, on my body. I mean, just everything. But I for sure noticed it in my face. Other things, so I have mature skin. I have very, very dry skin, just as dry as skin could be. I had dry skin as a teenager, which I mean was great. It meant I didn't ever have pimples. However, I also have no natural oils, just anywhere on my body, my whole body, all my skin is dry. And with that, I'm prone to eczema. I have very, very sensitive skin, so I have to be really cautious with the things I use. I don't change up my routine very often, although I will add things in here and there. I stick to this routine. Bless you, sneezes. I stick to this routine, and same with my morning routine. And the reason I stick to them is because they work, they don't irritate my skin, and my skin is super sensitive. So mature skin, dry skin, eczema prone, sensitive skin. That's the kind of skin I'm working with. So I think when it comes to skincare, you need to know that these things work for me, but they may not work for you. But I still think it's good to talk about. Maybe you have mature dry skin. Maybe these products would all work really well for you. My morning routine, I try to keep pretty simple. And really the reason for that was for work. You know, when I'm recently back to work now, but certainly when I was working before, I can't spend 15-20 minutes putting serums on my face in the morning because I want to sleep in. And so already my makeup and hair just takes forever. So my nighttime routine is really when I kind of take my time, and it's just this ritual for me. I have a bath every night. I have a bubble bath. I sit in the tub. Sometimes I have a little adult beverage. And I do my skincare, and I go to bed just feeling very relaxed, and my skin is well hydrated on my whole body because I take care of everything. And it's just, I love it. I really do love it. And so I think that's the thing. It's a routine for me, and I love the steps, and it's a little bit more involved in the evenings. Also, I have had stuff done. So I've done BOTOX for probably about the last, I want to say 8 years. Again, probably right around the time I turned 40. And now my BOTOX right now is worn off quite a bit. I do need to go. I'll probably go in February. And I think I had it done, I want to say August I don't know. I did do a video. So again, I'll link that video in case anyone wants to watch it, but I got Botox done and I got lip filler and I got face filler. And I did all that, I want to say in August. Now I've had the Botox and the lip filler I've done for years, but the face filler, that was the first time I'd ever had that done. So I will link that video, but just be warned, you see me bruised and swollen and all the things. And so anyways, Botox I get done, I get a lot. I get like, I think about 60 units, maybe a little bit more, 60, 63, somewhere in there. So I get in between my brows. I don't have 11s, but I have this line here. And so when I have the Botox in, that line is gone. And then I have forehead wrinkles. I get my crow's feet done. And I get this done down here. I don't know what this is called, but I have a really strong flex around my mouth and it really pulls down. So again, right now my Botox is pretty much worn off, but I do get 5-6 months. Like even now you can see I'm moving my forehead and it moves, but when I'm still, there's no wrinkles. And the reason for that is because I have been doing Botox for 8 years. So I had wrinkles that were more deep set prior to doing all that Botox, but over time those have just gone away. And I think that's the difference between doing, you know, starting younger and doing a preventative Botox as opposed to waiting until those wrinkles are deep set and then trying to combat it at that point. It's not the same results. I'm not saying they're not good results, it's just not the same. So I do need to go get my Botox redone, and I will be doing that again probably next month. I'm just trying to, you know, get used to working and all of that before I start making a whole bunch of appointments. It stresses me out. And again, I do have lip filler in my lips. I don't think there's much in there right now, to be honest. It usually wears off, unfortunately, fairly quickly for me. I wish I could get a year or two out of lip filler because it's not pleasant. I don't enjoy it. And it's expensive, but the truth is I probably won't get these done in February. I'll probably wait. The lady who does my injections is on mat leave right now, and she'll be on mat leave again, I think until like July, August, somewhere in there. So I'll probably wait till she comes back to do the lips, but I do love getting lip filler. It just plumps them back up to where I feel they were when I was younger, because as I've aged, they've gotten thinner, and they were not, you know, robust to begin with. So, and then as far as the filler goes, I had my jawline done. I had, I think, a full syringe put in my jawline, and then I had some put in here where I had some volume loss. I love it. I absolutely love it. I was getting some jowling, which I think, you know, I can still see it. I don't know if it will really show on camera, but this definitely took my jawline back 10 years. Like, there's no question that it did that. I couldn't be happier with the results. I'm hoping they last a year because, again, expensive, unpleasant, all those things. So I'm really hoping the filler lasts a year, but I probably will redo it. Honestly, like, I'm just so happy with the results. Okay, so there's my skin type, and there's the things I've had done, because I don't want anyone to think that this skincare did all this, whether you think this is good or not. I don't want there to be any misconceptions. So I do see dramatic results with the skincare, but it certainly is by no means all the things I have done. Okay, fair? We've talked about all the things. So in the evening, like I said, I sit, I have a bubble bath, I'm relaxed. Sometimes I have a little cocktail in there. And then what I do is I start with a cleansing balm. The Heimish Clean Balm is my favorite. It's the one I have been using the most and the longest. There's lots I love equally as much. I have some right now from Item Beauty, but I don't think you can get them anymore. I don't see them on the Item Beauty website, and I think Item Beauty is gone from Sephora now. But it is a lovely cleansing balm, and I really enjoy it. It's got this beautiful herbally scent. And I picked up 3 in the BoxyCharm pop-up sale because I want to say they were $5 each. And so I did pick up 3 of them, and I'm very happy to have them, and I will use them. But when I'm done those, I will go back to the Heimish Clean Balm. This is about $20. I get mine on Amazon, and it lasts me about a month. If you've never removed your makeup with a cleansing balm, I would say give it a try. I've never used makeup wipes, so when you open it up, it's got the little spoon. This one is almost empty. I've actually got maybe one more use at the bottom there. I love this. So I'll scoop a little out so you can see. Yeah, so I've never used makeup wipes. My lights are gonna really wash that out, but it's just this, it's like a balm, kind of like a greasy balm is exactly what it is. And so anyways, I never used makeup wipes. I've always used some sort of cleanser and a washcloth. I just never felt like a cleansing wipe cleansed my face. So I don't use them because I don't like how they feel. And I don't like the residue that I feel like any I've ever used have left. So again, I've been using a cleansing balm for a long time. When I first put this out on my hand, it's like a really slippy balm. And it melts in my hand. I rub it on my face. It immediately breaks down all of my makeup. Eye makeup, mascara, brow products, face products, and then I use a little bit of warm water, and honestly, it just rinses away like that. Like, this is so easy. If you've never used a cleansing balm, give one a try. And this Heimish one is my favorite. If you're looking for something from Sephora, I like the Clinique. I think it's called Take the Day Off. Take the Day Off, I think that's what it's called. It's their cleansing balm. Farmacy, you know, I love both of those. They're not in my budget, but if they're in your budget, they are great products as well. But this one's also really fantastic. It works well. It doesn't irritate my eyes. So that's my first step. I go in with that, and then I do always follow the cleansing balm up with a cleanser. So my favorite cleanser is this one from Cerave, or Cerave, however you want to say it. And this is the Hydrating Cleanser. Now, they make a few different versions of cleansers. This is the one I like. I love almost all products I've ever tried from this brand. If you have sensitive, reactive, very irritable skin, these are great products. All of them I've ever tried, I've enjoyed. And this one, I get this container is about $20, so it's not terrible. That's the other thing I should have mentioned. I really try not to buy anything expensive for my skincare. That's, again, it's just not in my budget. I knew the ingredients I wanted to incorporate, but I can't buy it at the Sephora or, you know, Nordstrom or wherever people get their skincare from. I can't afford those price points. I just can't. It's not in my budget. I really use my skincare and I really go through it. And so I need things to be affordable for me. And so this is the cleanser I use and I love it. And I would never spend money or buy an expensive cleanser because you're rinsing it off. So what is the benefit of that? Again, unless it's in your budget, and then, you know, great, fantastic, good for you, but it's not for me, and I don't want to put my money there. And so this is the one I use. I've been using it, again, for years and years. It doesn't irritate my skin, and it works fantastic. So that's my remove the makeup steps. Now, while I'm in the tub still, I put all my skincare lined up on the side of the tub, and I start applying it while my skin is still damp. So I don't wait till I'm done in the tub and get out and then do it. While my skin is freshly cleansed and damp, I start going in with my products. Now, my goal is hydration and active ingredients. So the first thing I go in with is some sort of a mist. I don't always mist. These are from the Creme Shop, and I found them at the dollar store, and they were, I want to say, a couple dollars each. I bought 4 of them. I am absolutely loving this. This is the I Am Balanced Beauty Water. And I think there's 3 different versions of this. But again, any sort of mist product is really what I'm after. It's just to add some water back onto my face. And so this is what I go in with. I spritz my face with this so that it's nice and damp. And then right now, I'm going in with this. This was a splurge, a big splurge for me, because I know you just heard me say, oh, I don't buy skincare at Sephora. And then the first thing I'm going to show you is this product that I picked up at Sephora. I was heavily influenced by a subscriber, and she talked about how much she liked this product, and I really wanted to try it, and so I bought it. Add a character for me. You will see by the rest of my products in here that I don't typically buy stuff from Sephora. And unfortunately, I'm absolutely loving this product. So this is from LANEIGE, and it's the Cream Skin Toner and Moisturizer. This is lovely. It's lovely. I was using it morning and night, but I was going through it kind of quick. So I've switched to just using it in the evening. but it is so nice. I could use it morning and night. It just adds this beautiful layer of hydration to my skin. My skin absolutely loves it. I will say, I think this was about $40, which is up there in price for me for what I like to spend on skincare. But I've had it, I'm probably a little over a third done, and I've had this for quite a few months. I think I picked this up in October, actually. Late October, early November, somewhere in there. So I've been using it for at least, I would say, close to 3 months. So if I could get 6-7 months out of this, maybe even 8 months, I would consider repurchasing. That's how much I'm enjoying this. But now, do I think you need a toner? Not necessarily. Do you need an essence or a beauty water? Not necessarily. You know, these are steps, these first 2 steps that I do that, because my skin is so dry, I enjoy them and they really help with my hydration. But if you don't have dry skin like me, maybe it's not even necessary for you. But I do really love that. I am really enjoying that. Okay, so those things, I don't always do those steps. Those are both pretty new in my routine. But these next steps are not. So these next steps are the ones that I have been doing for a while. So the next thing I go in with is from Timeless. Timeless is one of my favorite skincare brands. I use their vitamin C in the morning. I use their coenzyme Q10 in the morning. And then I use this Matrixyl Synthe 6 at night. I love this product, you guys. It is a very light liquid product. And it's just this beautiful serum. It helps with the hydration on my skin. It has, I used to go in with a separate hyaluronic acid. I don't anymore, unless I have one, you know, that I'm trying to use up. But this has hyaluronic acid in it. It's got the water, Matrixyl Synthe 6, aloe, glycerin, hyaluronic acid, and then a couple of preservatives. So there's not much to it. And I'm going to read to you off the Timeless website what they say Matrixyl does. So right off the Timeless website, they say that this restores firmness to the skin, stimulates collagen and elastin production, increases skin elasticity, diminishes pronounced fine lines and wrinkles, and promotes optimal skin hydration levels. And again, I've been using it for years. I love how it feels on the skin. I love the hydration it gives my skin, and you know that I'm helping with some fine lines and wrinkles. Fantastic. So it's, again, a product I've been using as long as I've been doing skincare for myself, which is probably around 7-8 years, somewhere in there. I used to order right off the Timeless website, but if you're in Canada, there's a website called Count on Us that a lovely subscriber let me know about, and I ordered this off of there this last time. Because the problem with Timeless is their shipping takes forever. Their shipping is expensive because it comes out of the US, and then sometimes I get dinged with duty, and of course always exchange. And so I ordered it from that Count on Us website, and it shipped I received it the next day. So I ordered this like in the evening, and I had it midday the next day. I don't even know how. And I didn't pay for shipping. Shipping was free. The pricing is a little bit more in Canadian dollars, but I think if you're Canadian and are wanting to try Timeless products, I think by the time you take into account the exchange and shipping, and then the fact that a couple of times I have been dinged for duty, it's easier and cheaper just to buy it from the Count on Us website. Sometimes Timeless does have good sales though, so you know, you have to watch that. But anyways, I love this serum. I love it, and my skin loves it. Okay, and then the next thing that I go in with is from The Ordinary. Now this is their Buffet plus Copper Peptides. First of all, they sell just the Buffet. I don't think that's what they call it anymore. I think it's called like, I can't remember what they call it. They don't call it the Buffet anymore. But the Buffet serum on its own is a great serum. It has the Matrixyl Synthe 6 in it. But the reason that I use this is because I wanted to add in copper peptides to my routine. And so you will see this is a little bit of a thicker serum, and it's this blue color that's from the copper. And let me read to you what The Ordinary says. So on The Ordinary website, this is one of their most expensive skincare products. It's $36. But prior to this, I was using the copper peptides from the Niod brand, which is a sister brand to The Ordinary. They're both owned by Decium. And it's 2 or 3 times the cost of this. So I switched over to this, and I really, really enjoy this, and my skin really likes this. So it says, Buffet Plus Copper Peptides 1% is a universal formula which utilizes multiple skin support technologies that target multiple signs of aging at once. This formula incorporates 5 well-studied peptide technologies, skin-friendly amino acids, and multiple hyaluronic acids. For those looking for an all-in-one solution for skincare, Buffet Plus Copper Peptides helps to improve the appearance of fine and dynamic lines and support your skin's overall elasticity, smoothness, and firmness. And because this advanced serum contains direct copper peptides, it also targets signs of aging that are typically associated with oxidative stress, resulting in radiant, healthier looking skin. Fantastic. So it says it contains Matrixyl Synthe 6, Matrixyl 3000, and a couple of other things in there too. So it's an absolutely fantastic serum, and one that, although for the ordinary it's expensive, I think overall for what's in here, it's not at $36. So that's the next one I go in with. And then from Niod, again, sister brand to the ordinary, I go in with the Modulating Glucosides. And this is, again, a little bit of a thicker serum. It's kind of a yellow color. You guys, my skin loves this. This is supposed to help with irritation. And again, I use it, I hope it's helping, but my skin is always so angry at me. It really is hard to tell. Would it be more angry without this? Maybe, but again, I don't know, because I have been using this for years. Yeah, so I'm on the Niod website. If you wanted the copper peptides from Niod, it's $72. So twice as much as if you get the Buffet Plus Copper Peptides. And again, with the Buffet formula, lots of great things in there too. So this Modulating Glucosides. So it's $34 for this. Niod, for Niod, this is inexpensive because their products do tend to be a little bit more. Okay, so it says Modulating Glucosides is a concentrated emulsion to target signs of skin sensitivity, of discomfort, and of irritation. The serum reduces the look of redness, of itchiness, and of irritation related to dry skin while helping to target the stinging sensations. The formula respects skin's integrity and supports hydration, skin barrier, and general dermal repair. So that's why I use it, because all of those things really apply to me. My eczema is itchy, it's uncomfortable, it stings, it burns. Yeah, so I do love this. I've been using this probably for, I want to say 3 years at this point, maybe. I do go through these kind of quick because I do use quite a bit of it. Again, my skin really loves it. So yeah, I have been using it for quite a few years, and I really enjoy that one as well. Okay, so then what I follow those up with are 2 more serums, both from the ordinary. So I do a niacinamide and I do an alpha arbutin. So niacinamide, I do say in all these videos, I feel like in the morning, your most important steps really are vitamin C, if you can tolerate it, and sunscreen. And in the evening, your most important steps are niacinamide and a retinol. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you know my retinol struggle. I'm currently not using a retinol, even though I think it's super important. I think it's the, as Angie on Hot and Flashy always says, it's the gold standard for anti-aging skincare, right? Is to use a retinol. But my skin is just so uncooperative. And I've been able to tolerate a few over the years. What I need to do is Juice Beauty has one that I was using a few months, well, probably about a month ago, and I was having really good luck with it, and I used it up. And so I need to go and pick one up. But I know at Shoppers, they're like $100. So I've been putting it off a little bit. So you will notice in my routine right now, there is no retinol or retin-A or retinaldehyde or any of those things. I do try to incorporate them in. At this point, I'm not. And I did have this last month, my skin is healed now, but my eczema over the Christmas holidays was unbelievable. It was so bad. I think a lot of that was diet. I was just eating all the Christmas goodies and my skin lost its mind. Okay, so anyways, I'm not using one right now. I am going to get back on it. I will probably grab that one from Juice Beauty. I did have somebody suggest one from Aven, but I cannot find that anywhere. So I've been to 3 or 4 drugstores and I can't find it. So I'm not sure if it's just where I am. And I think I even went on the website and couldn't find it on the Canadian site. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't find that one, but I would like to try it because it was recommended. Okay, so let's go back to the niacinamide from The Ordinary. Now this is the big bottle, which is how I pick it up because it's a little bit cheaper to do it that way. I think these are $12. Yeah, so this 60 mil is $11.90 Canadian. I feel like this is a super important serum if you can tolerate a niacinamide. Niacinamide does about 1 million things. So I'm going to read off what The Ordinary says it does. But if you Google it, this is a powerhouse skincare ingredient. So it says, our niacinamide formula is a water-based serum that boosts skin's brightness, improves skin smoothness, and reinforces the skin barrier over time. This contains 10% plus a zinc. Yeah, so it's hydrating, lightweight serum that improves the look of skin radiance and luminosity, hydrates skin by reinforcing skin barrier in as little as 7 days, and achieves smoother skin after 8 weeks. So I will say my skin is incredibly smooth. I don't go in with acids morning or night. I just don't feel like I need them. I rarely use a scrub anymore. I used to more often, but the skincare that I use now, it just takes care of texture. I don't have overly textured skin. And so I do attribute some of that to this niacinamide. There's other products I use too that I think help. Vitamin C helps, but this has really made a big difference. I just would never be without a niacinamide. It just does a ton of things. If you have oily skin, it's great for you. If you have dry skin, it's great for you. It's just, if you have acne prone skin, I've heard it's good for that. My son recently, he's just turned 27, and he asked me for some skincare products. And so I gave him, for his morning routine, a vitamin C and a sunscreen. And for his evening routine, I gave him a bottle of this, and I gave him one of those Juice Beauty retinols. And so that's what he's using right now. Because again, I feel like those are the 4 main ingredients that you need. I love a niacinamide. If you're not using one, try to incorporate it. Try to stick with it over the long haul and see if you notice differences in your skin. Okay, and then the last product that is an active ingredient that I go in with is the alpha-arbutin. You guys, I know I talk about this alpha-arbutin every time in these videos for a long time because this changed my skin. So alpha-arbutin, now, my understanding is that it's a derivative of hydroquinone, and hydroquinone in Canada anyways is given out by dermatologists by prescription only, and it helps fade dark spots. So you may have dark spots from the sun, from aging, from hyperpigmentation. I really struggle with discoloration on my skin. So I have very, very fair skin, which I get from my dad's side, but on my mom's side, I have Italian heritage. So they're olive skinned, beautiful, beautiful olive skinned. No, I got this pale yellow undertone skin. Anyways, so, but what comes with that olive skin in my family is discoloration, hyperpigmentation, sunspots, age spots, whatever you want to call it. And so I started getting discoloration really young. I was in my 20s. Well, I was actually 20 because I was pregnant with my oldest son, and I got pregnancy masks. So I had this, what looked like a mustache. I was covered in discoloration, hyperpigmentation, and it was brought on by hormones. But when the hormones went away and the pregnancy was over, it didn't go away. And anytime, like I said earlier, I didn't really sit in the sun, but I would go outside. And anytime the summer would roll around, my sunspots would bloom. And I had tried lots of things over the years to get rid of them. I had done a chemical peel at a dermatologist's office, and the downtime for that was crazy. It was like almost 2 weeks. My skin peeled like a snake. It was unsightly, it was uncomfortable, and it was expensive. I think that peel back, probably 15 years ago was $800 or $900. And shortly after I'd had that done, actually we went to Maui and it all just bloomed right back, even though I wore sunscreen and a hat and tried to stay out of the sun. Anyways, and so then I had lasering done on it, and the lady who does my injections was who did the laser for me. I think it was called I can't remember what the laser was called, but it's one of those good professional, you know, it was done at a plastic surgeon's office by somebody very qualified. And the laser, I had 3 sessions over a number of months, and the laser worked great. And there was no downtime really. Some of my darker spots kind of puffed up and then sort of flaked away. It was a little bit gross, but it was fine. Again, it was expensive. I want to say those 3 sessions, I got a deal by buying all 3 at once, and I think it was like $900 or something. Anyways, and it did get rid of them, but of course not for good, and it's something you would have to do yearly and all of that. And I had this dark spot between my eyebrows that no matter what I did, none of that touched it. And the lady who did my lasering said, you know what, I think we're gonna have to hit that with something harder. And I thought, oh, that sounds unpleasant. So I had put that off a little bit. In the meantime, just snooping around the Ordinary's website as I do, I came across this alpha arbutin. Again, this is the bigger bottle. Now I have been using this 6-7 years. I didn't start with this, but I added it in pretty early on to starting skincare. So for this big bottle of this, it's $22.70 Canadian, but they do sell a 30 ml bottle and it's just under $13. So super inexpensive, easy to access. The Ordinary says that this is a brightening serum for uneven skin tone, and it's good for all skin types. They say alpha arbutin 2% plus hyaluronic acid. So again, another reason I don't add in a hyaluronic acid. Everything I use has it in it anymore. So I used to use the Hadolabo hyaluronic acid, but check your skincare out, because if you have hyaluronic acid in every single product you use, you probably don't need an added one anymore. So I haven't purchased that product in probably about a year now. I'm just working through hyaluronic acids that I had on backup, but once I'm done that, I'm not going to add one in anymore. Okay, anyways, so this says it is a water-based serum specifically designed to target uneven skin tone and visibly improve pigmentation. It combines a high concentration of purified alpha arbutin, a well-known skin brightening ingredient, with hyaluronic acid. Purified alpha arbutin works to target dark spots and uneven skin tone. Meanwhile, hyaluronic acid helps to support product absorption into the skin. I started using this, and I say, and every time I talk about this product, I wish I would have done before and after photos, because this changed it changed my skin. It got rid of a lot of stubborn dark spots I had, but the one that it removed that was the most remarkable was the spot between my brows. That spot is gone. I can't even see where it is anymore, or where it was, or any of that. In the summer, my skin doesn't change. You can see I do have some spots. I don't know if they're freckles or what they are, what you want to call them, but those stay the same. They don't change in the summer. I do, of course, wear a hat and wear sunscreen and all that, but I wear this every single evening, and it has made a drastic difference in the evenness of my skin tone. My skin tone is very even. I don't have a lot of variation. I don't have a lot of darkness here or sunspots here or hyperpigmentation here. I don't have any of that anymore, really. This has made a drastic difference in my skincare. So if you struggle, please try this. If you can tolerate it, it's inexpensive, it's easy to use, it's a light serum. I add a few drops, and that's it. Good to go. I haven't done lasering in years. I haven't done a chemical peel in years, none of that. So that's kind of what I go in with, and then I do top it with an oil. I have this one right now from Farmacy. If you've been here for a while, you will know that I picked up 10 or 12 of these in a Boxy pop-up sale. And I did that years ago. So I initially got one of these in one of my BoxyCharm subscription boxes. I love this oil. Love this oil. I've loved it for years. My love for it has not decreased over the years. First of all, anything Farmacy. If I had an unlimited skincare budget, between Tatcha and Farmacy, I probably would spend thousands of dollars at Sephora. I love their products, but again, like I said, that's not my budget for skincare. This has this beautiful honey scent to it. It's a thick, heavy duty oil. So this is for people who have dry skin. Like, I think if you have oily skin, I don't think you're gonna like this. Even if you have normal skin, this is pretty intense. What do they call this? Ultra-Hydrating face oil. So yeah, I picked up 10 or 12 of these after BoxyCharm put one in my box, because quite often they do that, right? Like, things will show up in your box and then the next month in their sales, which their sales are fantastic, especially for skincare. They will have the products in there that you can purchase. And I can't remember exactly how much I paid for these, but I want to say less than $10. And I think Sephora Canada sells them for $60, something like that. So yeah, I bought a whole bunch. I have been slowly working my way through them. So I have this one, which is pretty new. I've just recently opened it. And then I have 2 more, and then I'm going to be out. And I'll have to decide at that point if this fits into my skincare budget. I doubt very much it's going to at that price. These do last me a long time. Quite, you know, I get at least 2 months, maybe even 3 out of a bottle. But yeah, so I do love this. I put it on every evening. I put on at least 1 full dropper. Sometimes I even go in with 2. Just depends how dry my skin is. It sits nice, it hydrates, it doesn't irritate. It's one of my favorite oils and I absolutely love it. And then the last thing I do is I top my skincare with some kind of cream. I didn't even bring down the ones I have because I just buy whatever is affordable and will sit heavy on my skin. So I've got a couple right now I'm working through that I've received in BoxyCharm boxes that I just had on backup. When I'm done those, I'll probably grab something from Cerave or, you know, really any of those drugstore brands. I used to use one from Olay. I think it's the Regenerist one. Not the one with retinol in it, just their regular Regenerist one. Honestly, I just pick up whatever has some nice, occlusive, heavy ingredients, because that's what I need. And I've already added all my actives. So I don't need it to be a fancy cream that has a lot of active stuff in it, because I've already gone in with the things that are important to me. The nice thing about the Cerave products is they all have ceramides in them. So that's really nice if you want to incorporate that in. I think there's lots of great skincare at the drugstore, or certainly at that drugstore price point. I don't think you need to spend Sephora prices or department store prices. I mean, again, if you can, well, great. I'm sure there's some lovely products, but for me, this is where my budget is at, is these products here. So yeah, there's my skincare. There's what I do at night. It is a little involved. There are quite a few steps, but truthfully, it goes pretty quick. Like, I'm only in the tub for maybe 15, 20 minutes, depending. Some nights longer, some nights less, but it does go pretty quick for me. And this works for me. Most importantly, this works for me. I feel like my skin looks hydrated and healthy. There's no skincare out there, I don't think, that's gonna get rid of wrinkles like BOTOX is, for example. I think you can use things that hydrate your skin and plump it and make the fine lines look less prominent. Because when my skin is well hydrated, the dryness isn't as visible. My fine lines are also not as visible, but my, set in deeper stuff, like there's no lotion that's going to get rid of that. That's BOTOX. So I think you have to be realistic with what skincare can do for you. I certainly think texture, it can help with texture. It can help with an even skin tone. It can help with your skin looking healthy and plump and, with your brightness. I think skincare can help with those things. But I think some of that other stuff, if you're looking for some cream that's going to help with some deep set in wrinkles, I don't think that's out there. I don't think it matters how much you spend. I see that Augustina batter. Is that what it's called? Augustina batter? It's like $300 in Sephora. It's like, it better do some really good things. Like, I better not need BOTOX and filler. at that price. But anyway, so yeah, let me know what you guys think. That's my evening skincare routine. Again, I've been doing it for years and years. Let me know what you think I'm missing. You guys know so much about skincare. Every time I do these videos, so many great tips come in. So I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Steps you think I'm missing, you know, your thoughts on these products, if you've tried these products. It helps all of us out when you leave comments down below. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to hearing from you guys, and I will see you in my next one. Bye everyone.